don't even need him to score for us to win.
Yeah.
We want you to think that you have a chance.
Dangling hope in front of you. I don't know. I mean, there's no doubting France's talent. It's just
No.
they've won too many games that are a little too close, too many by one goal. Where I'm just looking for them to just put it out. All because like
and they feel like they should because they're so
they have the talent,
talented.
and eventually that comes back to bite you. One little mistake, and then all of a sudden that even if you're comfortable, totally comfortable 1-0, you make one mistake and it's 1-1, and then that's how you lose your last tune-up or tie to the U.S. kids 1-1 going into this tournament, right?
Well, they were down against Argentina and made that game look beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, look what Croatia did to Argentina.
That's true.
That was the only that I thought we were getting the France wake up when they came back against Argentina. I thought this is it. Now here come the goals, and then they kind of went.
Well, now here comes this goal.
Kane, put it in! Why did he wait so long on the rebound just to get it on his right foot?
That was a great goalkeeping, though. No,
He's
it's
off?
offside too. They've been doing a lot of late offsides, Cole. It's kind of bothering me. Is he offside?
He's not off there.
I think he's on.
Yeah, he's on there.
He's on. Goalkeeper did great, though. Goalkeeper did great in both.
The second one, I'm just as surprised too. Like right here.
I think he hits a post.
He does.
Yeah, he hits the post, and the goalkeeper still manages to not get it in.
Uh-oh. I hope Kane didn't use up all of his good fortune too early. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you can only score off set pieces, so
Yeah, that's true. He needs a whistle.
should have expected it.
But boy, everything was going in for him in the first couple of games there, right? Everything was just going right towards that net. Now he's hitting the post. He's getting called offsides. Is Harry Kane would you say he's an established enough player that at the moment doesn't overcome him? I mean, he's still young, but I mean, we've known about him for some time now. He's played in big Champions League games and things of that sort. Is he like a veteran? You know, can you call him that? Does he have that sort of air about him where he stays calm no matter what the moment is? Or
I mean, I think that he wouldn't be England captain if he didn't have that quality about him. And you're right. I mean, he has played in some big Champions League games now, and he's done well. He scored goals in big games. And he's seen, I mean, I don't know the guy, so all speculation, but he seems in interviews like a really chill guy.
Nice block.
Like he seems like he's got his head about him.
Level
He's
head.
just level-headed dude. So I don't know, but he comes across as that. And he has to, for his, what is he, 24?
24.
24, and he played in big games and scored big goals. And the team seems to rally around him as well and appreciate his leadership. So I feel like he must be.
He's got 28 caps and 19 goals.
That's
with the English
crazy.
team.
wow,
Yeah.
19 goals already? That's insane.
In 28 games. Wow.
So I mean, I don't know if you're a veteran because of that, but you're definitely trusted and looked up to. And I'm sure once he's got the armband with him, the whole team's like glaring around him. So it's did he just volley it?
What was that?
Not having the sound definitely
What?
like makes a difference here because I was like, did the defender just volley that out?
What? Oh.
They must have called.
Yeah.
Got a question here. It says, seems England is looking to use counterattack, heading over the top. What's their plan B if momentum starts switching to Croatia, and who could they use off the bench to potentially change things up?
I mean, I think maybe Rashford, just because he offers a lot of pace as well. And he seems to be somebody that they've come to quite a bit. I mean, the other one, I guess, would be Eric Dyer to try and plug more space in the midfield. But I think the more England sits back, the more of a problem it's going to be for them. Like, they need to just continue to try and keep possession, try and press.
I mean, we saw a little bit what happened when England tried to put on the clamps, and that was when they gave up a 90-plus
To Colombia.
minute goal. Yeah, exactly. And that was when they were just, supposedly playing it safe. Ooh! Actually, what a
What a great
great
touch.
tackle.
The
Jeez.
Croatian kick there. That was.
I'm surprised Rebic didn't go down.
Yep.
He was literally shooting, in the act of shooting. Good Lord.
He's also not South American. He learned it.
He's not Neymar?
Who, by the way, he stopped diving. I forget what country against. Like halfway through, and he looked great. He looked like the Neymar I fell in love with from Santos back in the days. I can't respect this diving situation. And Mbappe's got the same thing going now too, because
know.
apparently
I don't
now
like
they play
it.
together in PSG. So it's like he's starting to dive and doing all these questionable moves.
The little throw-in yesterday where he kicked the ball.
And he started dribbling away, like, got the yellow. It irritates me, honestly, and I think it dilutes who the person could necessarily be as a player. So I hope he brushes that up, and I hope Neymar stops doing that too. But I've been enjoying those videos where people are diving after being called Neymar.
The memes have been pretty good.
Yeah.
He's gotten his fair share for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know about all these quotes when he says he finds it hard to play again, and I'm like, I think you'll be all right, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I think you'll be just fine. But yeah, in his Santos days, he wasn't really a diver, because I remember seeing all the clips on where he would just, like, challenges would come, and he almost took pleasure in how he would just ride him off and get back up and, like, still keep going.
A beautiful touch here and there,
Yeah.
one past them, and it was amazing. And then he came to Europe, started diving all over the place, and it was just awful. I mean, he's still a great player, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But it's just irritating, especially now that we have the VAR and the slow motion and
Yeah.
everything like that. You see that.
He's not
like,
fooling anyone.
That extra wiggle when nothing should have happened. He would be a horrible UFC player. I mean, UFC fighter.
How soon before the honeymoon between Mbappe and Neymar at PSG wears off, right? You get the sense that Neymar really wants to be the star, and he might not be after this
Oh,
tournament.
here we go. No.
Hit it.
Shot. Oh, he was going to make that look easy.
I mean, I feel like with Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid, one of those two is going to go there.
I heard Mbappe's got he's on target for that spot.
There's a night. I mean, we're all talking, oh, Ronaldo and Juve, and that's great. And it's like, wait a second, Real Madrid have won how many Champions Leagues now? And they're just quietly without a major superstar. I guess Gareth Bale, arguably, but come on, yeah,
They're buying somebody.
someone's going
yeah,
there.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a chain reaction of like different moves that
Oh,
happen
yeah.
now. As
The
stars
cascade
get
of-
stolen from other teams.
It's got to be one of those. I mean, I don't know who else fits the like.
Harry
Nobody's
Kane.
that big.
Is Harry Kane big enough? Is he a big
No.
enough name for them?
And they've been talking about him. I feel like his name's been linked
It's
to
been
Real
like,
Madrid.
if
for
Harry
years.
Kane wins a World Cup as a captain of England, then his name is big enough, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
For selling tickets, I don't know if we're filling the spot, though. Sorry, England fans.
Oh, I mean, I'd be interested to see what Kane could do in like a team like Madrid. I think that'd be kind of fun to watch. But
I mean, imagine with that kind of service and as good as his finishing, it's.
I mean, I would buy a ticket. I'm going to buy a ticket to go see Wayne Rooney play whenever he comes around to LA. So
yeah, you excited for the Rooney experiment?
I'm excited to see a great player that I've seen over and over just live.
Have you watched some of the players that have come over, Ibrahimovic or any of those guys?
I just dropped out of being a Galaxy fan and jumping into the LAFC.
Yeah, how's it feel?
I
Pretty good?
haven't got to a game yet, although I have tickets for the game happening at the World Cup Finals against Portland Timbers.
Oh,
So I'm excited to go see him. I'm not saying I'm a fan yet. Ooh, great shot. But, you know, just it's off the red line. You can't beat that. I'll be honest. I'm from LA. I don't like driving in traffic.
yeah, Carson's not.
It's just heaven, 3-4 heavens away from where I want to go. So, but yeah, so anytime the MLS picks up a great player, I make the effort to go see them. I was a ball boy for the Galaxy when
Were
I
you?
was
Oh, cool.
in my late teens, just because it was free and you get to stand on the side and get, free 16-year-old, 17-year-old throwing balls in, great. And I got to see like all the stars that were brought to the MLS once it first opened, and it was amazing. It was also amazing seeing how short most of them were compared to what I thought they were on TV. Piro Valderrama being one of them. The guy was like
Yeah.
5'5", I think, and
Well,
just all hair.
his hair
just
kept
all
him.
hair.
I remember when Cienfuegos played for the Galaxy, and I was like 10 or something, and I'm like, I'm basically the same height as you already. Like, so you're saying there's a chance?
If you move to El Salvador.
Yeah, exactly.
Cienfuegos is a great player. I used to work at a Jamba Juice in Pasadena, where I'm originally from, and like he used to come in there all the time with his family, and it was really cool because you try not to geek out and be like Cienfuegos, but we did. At least I did. Same thing for Kobe Jones, super short, great, talented U.S. player.
Yeah, I remember like you always see like those Galaxy guys just walking around like Old Town Pasadena. I remember I saw like who was it, like Luis Hernandez at King Taco, and I was just like, because it was like too convenient, you know. It was like, yes, I'm running into you at the taco place here, like, you know, like this can't be real. Like this, if you were a lookalike, this is where you would come to like be spotted.
King Taco pays them just to go hang out. Not a bad move if you think about it.
Could do worse. Still waiting for LeBron at Blaze Pizza there,
They're
huh?
still
He's been
there.
waiting forever. He's a fraud.
Would Durant go to Blaze? Or would you think maybe
Durant
he would just
goes
switch?
on,
He would,
like-
he would just go to Domino's at the last second.
When Durant first signed with the Warriors, he went on like the Warriors subreddit and was asking like, "Oh, what places should I check out?" And like he went up, ended up discovering boba, and went to some random boba place for the first time. Durant is a man of the people. He gets in Instagram fights with people.
I
Happened
like
yesterday.
That's a sign of the man of the people. He's got burner accounts on there, saying petty things on the internet.
I like the feel of who he is. Just a very calm, easy guy. Even when they won the championship, he just seemed like he was going to go get some donuts and call it a night. It's pretty cool. I could appreciate that. And he's a solid player, too.
I guess he's pretty good, huh?
It's okay.
And I am going to buy tickets to go see LeBron play.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. At least once.
I'll do anything to support a Liverpool minority owner. So I'm just doing my part. Just doing my part. Manny, what club do you support?
I honestly, with soccer, I watch the CONMEBOL South American qualifiers, which is like every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And beyond that, LA Galaxy, when I used to be a Galaxy fan, I used to, Dodgers if you want to get out of soccer.
Yeah. So your LA teams and you're all in on Peru.
Peru, South America in general, I just love that different kind of soccer. I love that, midfield creativity that they offer usually. I love the passion of the singing and all that stuff. It takes me different places.
So do you, when a South American team is still around in the World Cup, do you root for them? Like,
Yeah. I usually, the way it happens is that we give each other the worst battles ever during the qualification process. And then once we know who's the ones playing the World Cup, then we all kind of team up, to cheer for each other. And then when South America's out, I usually go Africa just because I love to see Africa do something.
I would love to see an African country win the World Cup.
Oh
I would
my God.
love that.
Just past it's the quarterfinals, I think.
Something, yeah, a good run.
Yeah. So like I always cheer for Nigeria or Senegal this World Cup, but I want to see them do some. I want to see some tears of joy coming from some African fans. So that's usually my bias: South America, Africa. I always cheer CONCACAF to Mexico when the U.S. is not playing. Is the team I cheer for as well. I don't realize how territorial I am until until soccer starts.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the appeal of rooting for Croatia in this game too, is that they haven't won before. So
It's true, underdog.
seeing the tears.
Yeah, it's a big American thing, It's like, who's the underdog? Okay, that's what I'm cheering for. Despite never watching the sport, that's how the philosophy goes. I was going to ask you if your family was Croatian.
No, not at all. Not that I know of. I don't know. I'm a mutt.
If Croatia are going to score against England, how does it happen? How do you guys see that playing out?
Red card and then
Set piece from
Set piece?
Set piece from Luka Modric.
Yeah. Or I could see one of those, shots that came out of nowhere, deflect out of somebody, and it goes in. That's the only way I'm looking
Perisic's
at it
doing
now.
something maybe. But they haven't looked, they've had some possession up in the English final third, but they haven't looked particularly
threatening.
and I guess neither team really has since the goal from England. Like,
England have had a couple moments, but not a clear-cut opportunity.
But I kind of think I've seen England play this style of game over and over now, so I'm not too surprised to see them with what they're doing.
I don't know. I think it could be set piece, could be an England undoing here. Those Croatians, they have some big defenders and Mandzukic. I mean, they've got some lads who know how to head it in and aren't afraid of a little contact up there. So,
Or if they get past the 3/4 of the pitch.
yeah, I guess that's the keys. They got to get there first.
Like that last shot they took was from like Hayland, and it went over to some person in nosebleeds. That was like one of 8 shots they've taken like that.
It looked very tired, that shot.
Yeah. And what is it, the 43rd minute?
It's too early for that nonsense. That was a good tackle.
And the English are just keeping them there. You know, there's no rest for the defenders while they stand there, which is great because that's going to wear them out so much.
Modric, God, he finds every pass, doesn't he?
It does.
It's crazy. He never looks under pressure. Like, you know, there could be two guys running on him, and he doesn't look bothered by it at all.
He's the guy that the rest of the team passes to when they're under pressure.
Yeah,
like I don't want the ball.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah, just give it to him, and he'll be okay. And
yeah, he knows how to turn and this and that, and
calms the team down,
Yeah.
gives them confidence.
yeah, when you're freaking out and you just play that ankle height ball, that weird awkward too
you
hard
shouldn't
into him.
play.
Yeah, just he'll control and
Yeah.
figure it out. I mean that is really helps make other players more confident when you know you
When you have
can
an
do
outlet
that.
like
yeah.
that, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just play it to Luka and he'll do something.
And I feel like, I mean, not to the exact same level, but they have that a little bit in Rakitic too, where like they have two great outlets
Yeah.
in center midfield that you know you can get the ball to, and because no matter what, at what level, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't want the ball.
Yeah, you get a little nervous or you go, I can't see if someone's on my back.
The
And you
only
see
pro-
Luka sitting there like, you take it.
Yeah, exactly.
The only problem is that every opposing coach knows this too.
Uh-oh.
Good Lord. This is it, isn't it?
If ever,
Rakitic.
here we go. Shot.
Wait off,
What
wait
is waiting
off.
for a shot?
Oh, why don't you play it to Modric right there?
At least
He did the
simple.
hardest part,
He
which
did
was
the
just a little
hardest part.
flick, and then he just
It's crazy. Just a 1 second hesitation leads to all that.
Like he had a man on the outside of the box. He,
he
could laid it
had
off to-
options, or he could have
he
just
shot it.
yeah.
And the option he had you're talking about was Luka Modric.
Yeah.
Not a
Pretty
bad
pretty
person.
good option.
Yeah.
Not to mention that it's before the halftime. That would have sent the English
Oh.
mopey over to the.
Well, they still got a chance. Set piece. Here it is. I don't know what's going to happen. The only certainty is that Mandzukic is going to have his elbow right in someone's
Somewhere.
face.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I don't see anything happening from here, but I hope I'm wrong.
Look at Mandzukic totally alone right now.
Just all elbows. And right angles.
Just going up a little bit. Bicyc.
I like to also point out the English defense had 2 or 3 Croatians offsides. Well organized. Making this look simple.
Blow it halftime.
Halftime.
Oh, you blow it halftime right there. That's
on
cruel.
the counter.
Pretty
Give him
good
20
for England, though.
seconds. Great for England.
What did they? What's Croatia complaining about? They're saying
I think someone went down in the box on the free kick.
It's your boy Lovren.
He's had a lot to say this match. I don't like him when he gets too much camera time. It usually means something bad's about to happen.
Yeah.
Did he get pulled?
Not strongly enough.
They'll
to
call
make
it if
anything.
that's the case, but I don't know how this works since it's already halftime.
Oh yeah. What? Can you say? Just kidding. Not halftime.
I wonder what the.
Start with
I don't
the
know that
PK.
they've
Statute
ever
of
said-
limitations?
Yeah, like how long is it that they can review something?
Or like, what do they do? Start that second half with a penalty kick?
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I was
what do
thinking.
you?
It's what's the VAR's first
I don't
trial,
know.
so this is all
We're
something
at.
that we'll laugh at in about 16 years from now.
Not that I saw enough to call that, but what if it had been clear cut and there he blows
Bring
it?
him back out.
Yeah.
It's
Guys,
happened in like the NBA before, where they're like, "Oh, wait, no, there's still 0.2 seconds on the clock. Come back."
Yeah, and
from the
everyone
locker room."
hates that, right?
Yeah, and then the game.
Oh, yeah, it
ends
would
anyways,
be-
but-
We would never hear the
Destroyed.
end of it. If
Oh,
England
yeah.
lost because they had to come back out at halftime,
Oh my God.
the English media would love that, though. They would love that.
It will sell papers for sure.
Should we look at some of the
Yeah.
halftime stats here? All right. Where should we start? Maybe some of the team stats. Wow. But I find that surprising. England had less possession. It felt like they had the ball way more than Croatia did. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like Croatia just had it, and then like England made use of their possession more. So Croatia would have the ball for more and kind of just not do anything though, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it felt like England was doing more though, for sure.
And 6-4 goal attempt. I felt like if you didn't tell me which team was which, I would look at this and say, well, clearly this is England. They've been attacking better. They've had more of the ball. But surprisingly, Croatia have had is that an area for concern for England, or do you think that maybe it's a little misleading, some of the stats we're seeing here?
I mean, I think no, because the fact that it feels like England has had possession and feels like they're the ones attempting more shots, that shows that the control they've had in the game, even without the stats backing it up. Like numbers without context or whatever don't really mean much. So.
Both significantly lower successful pass percentage than we've seen. I think maybe that speaks to them playing both a little more directly, but it's kind of getting this awkward